All right, y'all. Look, it seems like everybody trying to hop on this Airbnb wave like it's a get rich quick scheme, you know, that kind of thing. Bro, Airbnb is not as easy as people make it out to be. And trust me, you can lose a lot of money doing it, bro. I know people that have. But listen, bro, the World Cup is coming and a lot of cities are promoting Airbnb. Meaning, go and get you an Airbnb, get you some of this World Cup money because they're going to bring in so many different travelers and they're going to be spending money. But a lot of people ain't really experiencing that right now. They done bought them Airbnbs and it's not turning out the way they thought it would. But listen, before we get in the video, like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud, join the team before you hit the green, and don't forget to
hype me up.
Hype me up. I need that.
Hype me up.
Yep.
Yes, Ollie, what's happening? How you doing? You alright? Nice to see you.
How are you? Nice there, isn't it?
Airbnb.
Look at this advertising, y'all. They trying to lure you in.
Do you think he starts ringing?
Why you put me on the spot, Rio? He's a player that can create things from nothing.
Obviously, there's a big summer coming up.
This is a partnership with Airbnb, y'all. They trying to get
Good
y'all
to see you, man.
hooked.
All right.
Thank you.
Stay healthy.
Showing you these big stars that's gonna be here, hoping that you be dumb enough to go and buy you a property right quick.
All right, so this one's for the people who have Airbnbs or own hotels that are near any of the stadiums that FIFA is playing any of the matches. So I have an Airbnb that's only 5 minutes away from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. The house is huge, everything is customized in there. I know because I designed it and built it myself. So generally, my place is always booked. Since FIFA was coming, we went ahead and increased the prices a little bit. It's 1 month away from the matches being played, and my place isn't booked at all for any of the FIFA games, which is insane. I also did research before I even increased the prices, and the FIFA customer that travels to another country to go watch their country play, they don't care how much things are. They usually just pay the money.
Yeah, they got a little
It's
bread.
so bad out here. I don't know. You have to tell me if y'all book or not, because I'm not booked. And if I'm a traveler and I'm coming from, another country, by this time, I should know where I'm staying, because that's pretty reckless, right? For the majority of people, they're not doing that. So please let me know in the comments. Are y'all booked yet, or like, what's going on?
Look, somebody in the comment section said greed is starting to backfire, as it should, bro. You tripled the price. He said that's not a what? You lied to us, bro? Somebody in the comment said you tripled the price. That's not a little bit. You're tripping. Your spot is usually $1,400 for 3 nights. You're charging $4,300 for the same nights a week later. Come on, man. That's wild, bro. You being dishonest with us, dog. How could you? Can't trust them.
So apparently hotel and Airbnb owners aren't really seeing the bookings and the money that they were promised or expected with the World Cup coming to Atlanta in a couple weeks. One Midtown hotel actually told our reporter that they were projecting $600,000 in bookings in June, but they've only booked $13,000. Airbnb owners are saying the same, that they really expected to be booked solid, but a lot of them have been dropping their prices because they're not really getting bookings. If you own a business or rental or Airbnb in the Atlanta area, I'd love to hear from you and if that's been your experience too. So,
yeah, bro. Somebody in the comments said, why would the international community come? Donald J. Trump is bad for business. We're in a recession. No one can afford to travel like that. FIFA overestimating their popularity. As someone who lives an hour away from Atlanta and avoids it as much as possible, I'm actually incredibly happy to hear this. They were asking $1,000 a night. There's a limit to everything. It gets to a point. It gets to a point.
Our projections are for 500,000 visitors to come to Houston and a 1.5.
Now look, this is them selling y'all on the idea of FIFA being a get rich quick, scheme. They telling you, look, it's about to be some real money come to this city. Y'all better be in position. This is what happens though.
$1 billion economic impact to the region.
According to Houston First Corporation, we're already ahead of last year. The organization says June reservations are up more than 9%, and July bookings are up 11% compared to 2025.
Short-term rentals are up very, very high.
But local Airbnb hosts say they're not seeing it.
My Airbnb listings, they're not booked as of yet.
Adrian Garcia has been hosting for 10 years. He owns or manages 6 properties.
Airbnbs that I manage are well located. My Airbnb also that I own is right in downtown. So I was expecting for it to be booked right away.
And he's not a...
Hey, look, just in case y'all a little confused as to why he's saying the ones he managed versus the one he owns, there's this thing called Airbnb arbitrage, right? It's where you sign up a lease agreement with a regular person who just wants to rent out their home. And then you either tell them that, hey, you're going to sublease this out on a short-term rental sites like Airbnb and all those other kind of places. And what you'll do is, let's say they asking for $2,000 a month. You'll entice them and say, look, I'll pay you above market rate. Let's say $2,500 a month, because you done already did your market research and your analysis. You figure if I can book this thing at least 20 days out of a 30-day calendar month and I can charge $500 a day, I'm going to turn a profit. And then the people going to be like, why would I let you do that? And then you can just tell them, well, listen, I'm a professional at this. I've been doing it. I own other properties, and I'm going to pay you, $500 above market rate. They money hungry a lot of times. They also, some of y'all will probably be thinking, why don't they just do it themselves, man? They got some old people out here that just don't want the hassle, right? Trust me. I ran this play for a little bit, and then I just didn't want to do it no more, bro. Matter of fact, me and Coffee and Whiskey, we did that shit before, bro. It can be good, but it can be bad.
Alone.
We have not had a single booking specifically for World Cup.
Shannon Wolf has been a host for 2 years, and she expected more reservations.
The initial surge of the World Cup, we thought we would get some bookings. So we adjusted our pricing.
But Airbnb, an official partner of FIFA for the World Cup, says its internal data shows something different. The company says neighborhoods, including North Houston, Northeast Houston, and Sunnyside, have seen an increase in bookings of more than 400% compared to last year. Numbers some local hosts find hard to believe.
I don't think there's 4 times the amount of bookings, because the number of listings hasn't increased by that amount. Maybe the dollar amount has increased by a lot.
Sebastian Long is...
Bro, y'all hear that accent? This guy is obviously not from Houston nor Texas, dog. A lot of investors from overseas then came up. Bro, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. A lot of the people who live in Houston, like in the actual neighborhoods where these Airbnb properties are located, they hate these Airbnbs because they don't do nothing but drive up the price and outprice Houstonians, New Orleanians, people from, any major city, bro. I promise you, a lot of these people hate Airbnb because they feel as though this is one of the driving forces of why properties have become so unaffordable.
Part of the Texas Short-Term Rental Association. He has 200 listings in Houston and Dallas. He says while he's heard from other hosts who are struggling to get bookings, his properties are seeing steady reservations for June and July.
Our rates are probably only about 20 to 25% higher than last year for those months. That's sort of what we're aiming for.
Still, many hosts say they're hoping travelers start booking closer to kickoff.
I'm going to have to also maybe drop my prices now too.
So Houston can absorb a lot of travelers, and because it's a larger market, people don't need to book as far in advance.
Hey, bro, well, how the saying go, bro? Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, bro. These people done tripled their prices and quadrupled their prices, trying to be greedy, trying to hit a lick, man. Y'all trying to stain people for real, man. Like, y'all got to relax, man. Price gouging at its finest, man. Y'all say these people with money coming, let's take advantage of them. That's what they was thinking. This the get rich quick aspect of it. Somebody in the comments said the world's smallest violin being played. Y'all are probably price gouging, which is not smart because there's so many hotels here. Bro, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Me personally, I would rather, if I'm gonna travel, I'd rather stay in a hotel. You get more bang for your buck that way, and they don't charge you extra for every little thing. And you might even have room service.
Get as many Airbnbs as you can before the World Cup comes to America. The World Cup starts June 11th. Especially if you're in a city where there's World Cup games. I don't care if you have to go sleep on a friend's couch or whatever you have to do. Do not miss out. There's so much money that's going to be made. You need to be a part of it, especially if you've been thinking about it, if you've been sitting on the sidelines. This is not the time to just be chilling. Let this opportunity pass by. Again, if you're in a city where there's World Cup games, you need to get as many Airbnbs as you can. I'm getting 4 pictured right now. I have additional 3 that is going to get pictured. And then also I'm in negotiations with an additional 4. I'm trying to do as much as I can, get credit, whatever it might be. You need to get involved.
My whole thing is this, dog. I'm so happy that they got people that think like me, because whole time he's talking, I'm thinking to myself, what's the end goal? After this FIFA, this World Cup shit is gone, what's the play then? How are you going to keep this thing booked? That's what I'm thinking. Somebody in the comments said, it's only a month, buddy. What's the plan after? Then he responds and says, laugh out loud, people won't travel after the World Cup. Maybe not to that extent. Unfortunately, my calendar was open with no hits. See, somebody in the comment section is talking sense. Now, I hear you, but how? I disagree. Hotel occupancy in all the U.S. is down for about 20% from regular occupancy. Hotels and Airbnbs are still unhooked for the FIFA World Cup. Say, bro, people like this, dog. I'm telling you, I don't know this dude, and I don't want to disrespect him, but bro, you can't trust niggas like this, bro. They sending y'all out there to get slaughtered.
Yeah, really disappointed here. So 11 Alive Chase Howell spoke with hotel managers in Midtown who were preparing for packed rooms, but are now having to adjust those plans.
A source at one hotel tells me they projected $600,000 in revenue for the month of June. And get this, according to my source, they only have $13,000 on the books right now. But it's not just massive hotel chains affected. Some Airbnb hosts are feeling it too.
It's 1 month away from the matches being played, and my place isn't booked at all.
That's Omo Akintoy. He took to TikTok to talk about his Airbnb still not being booked ahead of the World Cup.
The loss that I'm taking right now is probably an upward in at least $5,000, $6,000. And that's just for June, and not to mention July at all.
Akintoy joined me on Zoom from D.C. He says originally he priced his 4-bedroom home that sleeps 12 for $1,100 a night. But now he's marked it down, hoping to attract tourists.
If there's an actual game, we left it around 900. There's not an actual game going on in a day. We brought it down to around 800, somewhere around there.
And it's not just Airbnb hosts having to cut their rates. So are some hotels.
It was a little over $800 after taxes and fees. It was virtually $1,000.
$1,050 to be exact. That's how much Danya Elliott says she paid for a one-night stay at the Tess in Buckhead during the World Cup. Keep in mind, this reservation was made in February.
So when I heard that hotels were not getting rooms booked and people were canceling, I went back online again. Same hotel room, same hotel, but it was $300 and something.
That's close to a $700 difference just 3 months later.
I was like, what the heck? They're ripping me off. That is a ripoff. To come down from $1,000 to $383, that is absurd, all because of one main event.
That hotel that I initially referred to tells me that their rates are cheaper for the World Cup in June than they were for the Super Bowl in 2019. In the newsroom, Chase Howell, 11 Live World.
Yo, bro, what would y'all do in that situation, dog? I'm definitely calling what did she say she already? Bro. Hey, I need to cancel this. Real talking. As soon as it's canceled, I'm rebooking for the 300.
World Cup right around the corner. Los Angeles is going to be so much fun this summer with World Cup coming. Airbnb is offering huge $700 bonuses. That's right. $700 for the first time that you host a brand new host. We can help you to easily collect that money and get that huge bonus. All they require is a new listing, a new unit, and to host, all they require for you to do is become a host for the first time, and they're giving you a $700 bonus. We can help you to collect that. So reach out to us today if you were looking to explore becoming a host for World Cup for the summer, ongoing. Orange Door's here to help you.
This is
World
one
Cup
of them situations where the juice was not worth the squeeze, dog. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze, dog. Listen, when they say that you have to be wary when it sounds too good to be true, dog, this is that right here.
So we've partnered with FIFA, and this summer during one of the biggest events in the world, the World Cup, we're going to offer 70 experiences that are really curated around football and soccer and the World Cup. And one of them is in Miami. So Miami is a host city for us. In this, we have a trip booked to Miami, and while you're at your stay, you've actually booked a FIFA experience. And so if we go in here, I can actually show you everything about that experience. So we have these amazing FIFA experiences. This is one of them, Train with the Soccer Legend Javier. This is a partnership with FIFA, but you really get to know the person, you get to work out.
Well, don't nobody care about getting to know nobody, boy.
And really just experience what it would be to partner and
I think
be
y'all
a part of the
special.
World Cup. And so these FIFA experiences are so great because it brings fans from all around the world to these host cities to meet other fans.
Goofy.
With the FIFA World Cup right around the corner, Airbnb says they've seen a big increase in bookings in Philadelphia, specifically here in University City, as well as more homeowners interested in becoming hosts.
When we heard that the World Cup was coming to Philadelphia, we were very excited.
Tamitra Tan believes it's the best time to become an Airbnb host in the Delaware Valley as the FIFA World Cup quickly approaches. Tan owns a 3-bedroom rental in Atlantic City.
You could get the best of both worlds by going to the games and then coming down to the casino and going to the beach.
Bill Russo, who is a spokesperson for Airbnb, says the company has seen a surge in bookings in host cities. And the city of brotherly love, North and West Philadelphia, and University City have the largest growth compared to last year, with North Philly up 253%.
It's never been easier to host. And frankly, with the World Cup, with so much going on in Philly, it's never been a better time.
For new hosts, Airbnb is offering $750 to those who welcome guests by July 31st. They also created this host earnings calculator on their website to share potential profits.
People see the excitement and they recognize the economic opportunity, and we want to make it simpler than ever before.
Russo says owners must meet certain requirements to host, which vary by city. In Philadelphia, short-term rentals need a commercial activity license and zoning permit, among other things.
Good luck with
Tan
that.
says it's worth it.
It's very rewarding in a number of ways. You're helping families save money. I think it's a good entryway for entrepreneurship as well.
We also reached out to the Philadelphia Mayor's office for more information on how they're going to monitor and regulate these Airbnbs during the busy summer season. We're waiting to hear back. In University City, Brianna Smith, Channel 6.
They're going to put an additional tax on it, bro. Man, listen, most locals do not view Airbnbs as a positive, dog. Now, look, y'all, I couldn't find no videos to support this, but I asked Perplexity, are the bookings in Philly lower or higher than expected for the World Cup as far as hotels and Airbnbs go? And this is what it said. In Philadelphia, hotel bookings are lower than expected for the World Cup. And short-term rentals like Airbnb are also lagging behind the demand many hosts expected. Reports say about 75% of Philadelphia hotel operators surveyed said bookings were below expectations, and more than half of Philly area Airbnb VRBO listings were still available as early as May. Y'all can't believe everything you hear. Philadelphia hoteliers are seeing weaker than expected World Cup demand, with bookings even trailing typical summer levels in many cases. One industry report described the tournament as a non-event for some respondents, and FIFA has also canceled about 2,000 hotel room reservations in Philadelphia. Airbnb and short-term rentals. Airbnb hosts have not seen the wave of early bookings many expected, though some rentals are starting to feel closer to match dates. AirDNA-based reporting said more than half of Philly area short-term rentals were still open, but Airbnb also expects a lot of bookings to come later. Oh, people living on the edge, huh? So overall, the answer is lower than expected overall for both hotels and Airbnb, with a possible pickup closer to the event. The pattern in Philly appears weaker than the pre-tournament hype suggested. Say, bro, you can't believe everything you be hearing on the internet. Yeah, go and get as many Airbnbs as you can possibly get, bro. Man, them people gonna have your ass living broke. You're gonna be in a tent. You're gonna be in a storage room. Y'all better stop listening to these people, bro. What? Crazy work. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this video.
Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.